Hello, Richmond County residents. Celeste Gotell coming to you from the Senior Center Without Walls for Richmond County with the December 13th to December 20th edition of What's Happening. It's a weekly calendar that we prepare and partner with Talil. It airs 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. It's one of the many programs that we offer through the Senior Center Without Walls. We don't have a physical building, but we do work with the community and offer a number of programs to support older adults so that they can have active lives leading into the next few years. So the calendar is for the week of December 13th and 20th, and I'll get underway. So lots of things still happening prior to Christmas. There's a Christmas art show happening at the Disco Civic Improvement Center. That gets underway at 12 noon and goes till 4 p.m. And that's part of the Richmond Artist Alliance Art Gallery. So they have an art gallery and it's been available there for several months. And a number of their artists will have some art that will be available for people if they want to purchase a piece of art for a holiday gift. You can join the RCMP and the local fire department for Cram the Cruiser food drive at the Foodland Grocery in St. Peters from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Or if you're in the Louisdale area, the Straight Area Mutual Aid food drive will be happening at the Louisdale Co-op, and that will be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Lots of people in our community could benefit from the food drive. So if you have something you'd like to contribute, it's happening in both locations. Washer toss happening at the Lordways Legion at 1 p.m. A couple of Christmas events happening. One is the Christmas tree lighting happening at the Social Action Community Center in Little Ants, and it gets underway at 6 p.m. There's going to be crafts and cookie decorating and hot chocolate, and it's a free event. So come on, come all. Eastbound Christmas concert happening at the Black River Church, and that gets underway at 6:30 and goes till 8 p.m. And this is an old-fashioned community Christmas concert featuring festive music by the talented youth from our communities. A goodwill donation is gladly accepted. Trivia night happening at the Lordways Community Center at 7:30 p.m. Christmas trivia. So that should be fun. If you want to enter a team, you can call 293-6651. So that will get your team entered into the Christmas trivia. Let's move on to Sunday the 14th. So as you know, there's usually a breakfast somewhere in Richmond County, and the Disco Civic Improvement Hall has their weekly breakfast or their monthly breakfast, the second Sunday of every month, called the Sunday Hungry Man's Breakfast, and that happens from 8 a.m. till 11 a.m. The Christmas art show that will be happening on Saturday will also be happening on Sunday. This is the Richmond Artist Alliance Art Gallery, and that will be open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's a children's Christmas party that will be underway at 1:30 till 3:30 at the West Bay Community Center. Parents can bring a gift. Parents or grandparents can bring a gift at $5 for the child to receive from Santa. There'll be cookie decorating, hot chocolate, and of course, a visit from Santa. The Almadam New Horizons Club will have their regular monthly meeting at 1:30 p.m. in Ayrshire. There's a Christmas community celebration that will be happening from 2 to 4 p.m. Visit from Santa, and that gets underway at, as I said, 2 o'clock, and that's at the community center in River Bourgeois. There'll also be a seniors community dinner, Christmas dinner at the Lordways Community Center for seniors living in Lordways. 10:30 to 11:30 is the takeout. 12 p.m. is the sit down. St. John's Center for Art in Ayrshire will be having an event called the Pear Tree, featuring Christmas music with the fiddle and harp. And the Fleur de Lis Club in Louisdale will be having their Christmas dinner and dance that gets underway from 5 to 11 p.m. Music by Gerald McIntyre, hot turkey with all the trimmings. It's $20 and you have to be a member to participate. The South Mountain Arm of Gold Association will also be having a breakfast that morning, and that's at the St. George's Channel Hall, and that gets underway at 8:30 and goes till 11 a.m. And there'll be a cribbage tournament happening at the Lordways Community Center at 1 p.m. A weekly card game, 45 card game at the Terralyn Community Center in River Bourgeois. And the Almadam New Horizons will have their cribbage happening at 6 p.m. That evening in St. Peter's, underway at 6:30 till 8 p.m., will be Carols by Candlelight, and that's the St. Peter's United Church. Keep in mind that if there is a weather event that you might want to call ahead because these activities may be subject to change depending on the weather. That brings us to Monday the 15th. So Monday the 15th, line dancing happening at the West Bay Community Center. That gets underway at 10 a.m. and goes till noon, and it's a drop-in program. Then we've got Tuesday the 16th. The Jolly Club sewing group meets at 9 a.m. in Lordways. And there's a Tuesday morning coffee drop-in program at the West Bay Road Fire Hall. That goes from 10 till noon, and again, weather permitting. Sonia has her wellness circle, the Pilates Wellness Circle, and that's followed by a herbal tea and a social. That's at the Royal Canadian Legion, Branch 150 in Ayrshire. That gets underway at 10 a.m. and goes till noon. And there's a sliding pay scale that's available. Minimum is $5, maximum $10. It's a drop-in program. The Almadam New Horizons Club has Pay Me Cards at 6:30, and that's in Ayrshire. And then there's a couple of card games that will be happening at both the St. George's Channel Hall, 45 card games at 7:30, and then a 45 card game at the Acadiaville Community Center Hall in West Ayrshire, also at 7:30. Wednesday the 17th, the St. George's Channel Hall has their regular morning coffee, and that goes from 10 till 12 noon. And Sonia does, in partnership with Nova Scotia Walks, has a walk at Pondville Beach, and that gets underway at 10 a.m. Again, all subject to the weather. The Riverdale Seniors Club has their get-together lunch in Low River, and that's at 12 noon till 2. Almadam New Horizons will have their 45 card game, Almadam New Horizons Club in Ayrshire at 2 p.m. on Wednesday the 17th. That brings us to December the 18th, coffee and conversation from 10 till 12 noon at the West Bay Center. And there's a story time happening at the Petit de Gras Library. It gets underway at 10:30. So grandparents and caregivers are welcome to bring along their children for story time. Walking group happening at 11 a.m., weather permitting, at the Dr. Kingston Center in Lordways. And at the Petit de Gras Library, there's a conversation club that gets underway at 12 noon weekly. And that's an opportunity for folks to practice their skills in French. The adult drop-in program happens at the St. Peter's Lions Hall every Thursday from 1 to 4 p.m. For more information on that, you can give Rachel a call at the Dr. Kingston Center. And then Thursday night, the 45 card game happens at the Discount Civic Improvement Hall, and that gets underway at 7:30. Friday the 19th. So Sonia has a 6-week stride for strength and wellness, and that happens from 10 till 11 a.m. And it's at the Royal Canadian Legion in Ayrshire, and it's $35 for all 6 weeks, or there's a drop-in fee of $7. And if you want to give Sonia a call, that's Sonia Sonhakan Fitness, 302-0694. The Fiber Club, which is an informal knitting and crocheting group that meets at the Petit de Gras Library, meets Fridays from 2 to 4 p.m. And then there's a jam session happening that night at the New Horizons Club in Ayrshire. It's $5, and it's from 7 till 10 p.m. It includes a light lunch. That brings us to Saturday the 20th to wrap up the week. The Square Roots will be happening at the Discount Civic Improvement Hall from 11 to 1 p.m. Square Roots is a program where people can purchase healthy and affordable produce at seconds by local farmers in Nova Scotia. So if you're interested in that with the Christmas season coming up, you might want to check that out. Visit their Facebook page because they have an order form that you can pre-order as well. Facebook page, so Square Roots Discount. And then that afternoon or that evening in Butler-Tech, there is a Light Up the Light Trail, and that's happening from 5 to 9 p.m. From 5 to 6 p.m. is a sensory-friendly hour. There's going to be ornament making, hot chocolate, music, and that's free admission. So that's Light Up the Light Trail in Butler-Tech. It's the Forest of Hope Trail. So that concludes the week. Oh, I forgot a couple of events on Friday the 19th. So let's go back to Friday the 19th. The fish fry is happening at the Legion Branch 150 in Ayrshire from 4 to 6:30 p.m. And there'll be some Christmas treat bags for the kids. And there's also an event at La Picasse that gets underway at 5 p.m. It's called Breakfast for Supper. And you have to reserve 226-0149. And it will be followed by a musical theater performance, dance, and Christmas songs created by the children of the community. So wear your pajamas, come along and partake in that festive activity. So again, that wraps up the week until December 20th. I'll be back again to share information on the following week. So until then, have a great day and thanks for tuning in.